Why good strategies fail at execution. Most strategies do not fail because they are weak. They fail because execution exposes what the strategy never accounted for. Execution is not where strategy happens. Execution is where strategy is revealed. And what it often reveals is uncomfortable. The dominant misconception is simple and dangerous. Leaders believe execution is a delivery problem. They assume the strategy is sound, and people just need to execute better. That belief is flawed. Execution does not break good strategies. Execution tests whether the strategy was ever real to begin with. What we call execution failure is usually a lens failure, a failure to see the organization, the incentives, the power dynamics, and the human system the strategy must move through. Strategy is not a document. It is a theory of how value will be created through people, structures, and constraints. If that theory is incomplete, execution will expose it, mercilessly. Let me introduce a strategic lens most leaders overlook. Strategy is not intent. Strategy is alignment under pressure. A strategy is only executable when four forces are aligned. First, clarity of trade-offs. Every real strategy says no more than it says yes. If execution teams are improvising priorities, the strategy never made its trade-offs explicit. Second, structural reality. You cannot execute a strategy that contradicts how power, budgets, and decisions actually flow. Formal charts do not execute strategy. Informal influence does. Third, incentive truth. People do not execute strategy. They execute what they are rewarded, promoted, and protected for. If incentives conflict with strategic intent, execution will always win, strategy will lose. Fourth, cognitive load. Complex strategies collapse under daily operational pressure. If a strategy cannot survive Monday morning, it was never designed for reality. Execution failure is rarely operational. It is architectural. Opinion-based leaders say, people are resisting the strategy. Lens-based leaders ask, what system am I asking people to fight every day? Tactical leadership focuses on doing more. Strategic leadership focuses on removing friction. Noise-driven leadership reacts to missed targets. Clarity-driven leadership redesigns the conditions that make targets achievable. Execution does not need more urgency. It needs more coherence. This lens changes everything. In leadership, you stop blaming competence and start redesigning context. In business strategy, you stop writing ambitious plans and start stress testing reality. In careers, you stop chasing roles and start evaluating systems you will have to survive. In organizational politics, you stop fighting individuals and start understanding incentive gravity. At the executive level, maturity is not knowing what to do. It is knowing what will actually move. Execution does not fail strategies. It exposes them. If people must heroically overcome the system to succeed, the strategy is already broken. Strategy that cannot be executed is not ambitious. It is incomplete. Alignment beats intelligence, every time. The real question leaders should ask is not, why didn't they execute the strategy? The real question is, what did execution reveal that we refuse to see? When you learn to think in lenses instead of opinions, you stop reacting to failure and start designing for reality. If this reframed how you think about strategy, leadership, and execution, then this channel is built for you. Follow, not for motivation, but for clarity, because better outcomes do not come from better answers. They come from better lenses.